Hello kids, hope you all are fine. Today in this video you will understand about adaptation. Adaptation is all about adjusting so that an organism can survive, or you can say can live in the particular habitat where it is surviving or living. We all know kids that different animals have different type of skin, different organs to breathe, different ways to eat, and they have different kind of food they eat. So we will understand about these specialties, these features about different type of animals, that how they all are able to survive in the particular areas or the habitat they are living. Let us discuss about body coverings. Animals like snake, lizards, tortoise, bears, they all have different type of skin, isn't it? Like first type of body covering is scales. Body covering of a fish is covered with layers of flexible and overlapping wet and slimy scale. Okay, and if we talk about reptiles. What are reptiles? Which crawl on the land. Likewise, snakes, lizards, and crocodiles. They have scales on their bodies, and horny scales on the reptile's body are helpful in prevent of water loss. Likewise, you can see here, crocodiles have horny skin or horny scales on their bodies, which helps them to prevent the water loss, because if the water is not available or less available in the area, so they can survive at that time. Animals like snakes have scales on their bodies which help them to move, because they just expand and contract their body to move or to crawl on the land. Snakes also shed their skin. Why? They shed their skin to get new skin periodically. Periodically means time to time. You might have seen that people says I have skin of snakes, and I have seen how do they change their skin, and that procedure, when these snakes change their skin, that is called molting. It is MOULTING, molting. Okay, next type of skin covering is shell, like tortoise. If we have not seen tortoise, we have seen the picture that they have a hard shell on their body. Why they have hard shell? Like tortoise, turtles, snails, they all have hard shell, because whenever they find any kind of danger, they just hide their body parts like legs, forehead, or head, complete neck. They just hide it under the shell to protect themselves from any kind of danger or any enemy. And because the shell is so hard that the enemies or the animals who can harm or hunt them, they are unable to break this shell, so they hide themselves in this to protect them. Next, if we talk about birds have feathers on their bodies. What does these feathers do for them? They help them to fly in the air, and because feathers are made up of small furry kind of texture, that is, they help them to protect them from harsh cold weather. Likewise, if we discuss, in winters we used to wear sweaters, jackets, coat, cardigans, and many a things, caps, mufflers, socks. But do animals wear all these kind of things? Never. Like sheep never wear sweater, birds never wear sweater, bears never wear sweater, polar bears, arctic foxes, they never wear clothes, because they have natural furs on their body which keep them warm and protect them from harsh weather. So in the same way, birds also have their wings, feathers, which protect them from cold and rain. Now next type of body covering is fur or wool. Like goat, bear, sheep, they have fur or wool on their body, which keep them warm. Animals like sheep, goat, bear have special body coverings. These, like sheep is covered with wool, bear is covered with fur, and these body coverings help them from extreme cold and rain. So this is called adaptation. Like they have adapted themselves to live in a particular area so that they can survive. Okay? After understanding their skin type or the body coverings, let us understand about breathing organs. Breathing organs are different. We know very common breathing organs. Likewise, fish have gills. We human beings have lungs to breathe. Okay, but we do not know about small holes on the body of other animals, or few animals also breathe through the body surface. Let us understand it. Why do we breathe? We all breathe to get oxygen, because without respiration means breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide, we will not be able to survive. Breathing is important for us. So we all have different organs. Very small organisms like amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium are microscopic organisms. Microscopic means which can be seen under only microscope. They are so small. They cannot be seen through your naked eyes. So it is a picture of amoeba. So amoeba and paramecium, they live or they survive in water. Okay, and how do they breathe? They breathe through their body surfaces. They do not have lungs as we have, or they do not have gills as fish have. Insects like ants, cockroaches, etc., they have tiny holes on their bodies. These tiny holes are called spiracles, and they breathe through these tiny holes. These are found along the side of their body surfaces, means along the sides of the body of insects. There are spiracles, means small tiny holes, a very tiny hole through which they breathe. Arctic animals like fish, prawns, crabs, they have gills. Gills, like here you can see in the picture, gills are organ to breathe in and breathe out. What do they breathe in? They breathe in oxygen, and these gills help them to breathe out carbon dioxide. As we have nose to breathe, through nose we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. In the same way, gills also does the same thing. Gills have a rich supply of blood vessels. There are blood vessels in the gills which absorb oxygen dissolved in water and pass out carbon dioxide. Amphibians. Who are amphibians? We have discussed this in last session also. Frogs, salamanders and toads. They are called amphibians. Why? Because they live on land and in water also. So they have a very good quality, good feature that they can live on both the things, land and water. So how they are able to breathe? They have two things, like they have lungs also and they have gills also to breathe. They use their gills to breathe in water and they use their lungs to breathe on land. Okay, they can breathe through their lungs as well as their gills or the body surfaces in water. Like humans, we all know that we have nose. Just look at this picture. Nose, through nose we take in oxygen, and that oxygen passes through the windpipe. Here is the windpipe. And where does it goes? It goes to the lungs. What does lungs do? Lungs purifies that air and then keeps the oxygen with it and again breathe out the carbon dioxide. Birds, reptiles and mammals breathe through lungs. Human beings take in air through their nose, which goes into lungs through windpipe. Lungs are the spongy elastic bag richly supplied with blood vessels situated on each side of heart. Where it is? On each side of heart, on left side also and on right side also. So it is a kind of spongy bag. Whenever we breathe in, our lungs expands, it expands, and then when we breathe out, it again takes its shape. So when we breathe in, air comes to the lungs and then it expands, and as soon as we breathe out, it again contracts. Got it? So these were the adaptations. We have done two type of adaptation, that is their body covering and breathing organs.